Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Nick Blake. Come down to Broadway at the Beach, check out the show. When I'm in town, I like watching Lady J on TV. Give it up, Lady J. Woo woo!
Jay Jenkins, you're sick for this one, baby. What? Hey, come on. Lady J's montage is a show to watch for the mom and the children and the pops, giving life to the community. In the community, there'll be more unity. Sit back, relax, take a look. Give me 28 minutes and you'll be hooked. Lady J's montage. Lady J, what? Lady J, what? Lady J, huh? Lady J, what? Hey. Lady J's montage is a show to watch for your mom and the children and the pops, giving life to the community. In the community, there'll be more unity. Sit back, relax, take a look. Give me 28 minutes and you'll be hooked. Lady J's montage. Lady J, let's go!
March is Women's History Month. It's a time we set aside to honor women's contributions in science, business, sports, social movements, and so many other fields. For centuries in America, women's contributions in these fields were often overlooked. As a result, they were omitted from history. That's why we celebrate Women's History Month and the opportunity it gives us all to get a more complete picture of our American history. It's important that we use times like this to teach new generations about those women we all know, like Rosa Parks, whose refusal to surrender her seat to a white passenger on a bus helped launch the effort to end racial segregation in America. Like Susan B. Anthony, an abolitionist who became one of the leading figures in the movement to gain the right to vote for women. And like Clare Boothe Luce, the first American woman appointed to a major ambassador post. This month also gives us an opportunity to learn about those women whose names we don't know as well. Like Alice Ball, an African-American chemist who in the early 20th century developed the first successful treatment for leprosy, a debilitating disease that once left its victims ostracized from society. And like journalist Nellie Bly, who posed as a mental patient in 1887 to go undercover in a women's mental asylum in New York City to expose the terrible conditions patients were subjected to. Her report led to lasting institutional reforms in mental health care. And like chemist Stephanie Kwolek, who in 1965 created a lightweight and durable new fiber that later became Kevlar, which is used to create bulletproof vests and helmets that protect the lives of our law enforcement and military. Women have invented new medicines, fought as heroes on our battlefields, and enforced the laws in our communities. They led in the effort to end slavery. They have created businesses and built hospitals, and they fought to secure their own right to vote. Women have played pivotal roles in building this country. The United States wouldn't be the economic superpower and the world's beacon of liberty without their contributions. On the home front, on the war front, and in the workplace, women have served and shaped our great nation. That's why Women's History Month is such an important opportunity for us to pause and honor their profound contributions. As we recognize them, let's also honor the everyday women who make our families, communities, economy, military, and nations so strong. The Heritage Foundation is deeply proud to honor them all, not only during Women's History Month, but indeed every day of the year.
I wanted to share some quotes and little statements with people to inspire them and motivate them like they've helped me. And I'm going to start out by saying a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Education is the key to success. Great leaders make heroes out of others. When we know better, we do better. Take care of your business while others try to mind your business. And if you don't win all the time, you don't pretend you won when you did not. Be honest. You don't have to take down or change the rules because you lose. You don't have to tear them down or change them just because you lose. Be fair, be honest, be yourself. You don't have to have a temper tantrum because you didn't get to have everything your way. If you lose and someone else wins, shake their hands and congratulate them with a smile and do better the next time yourself. Don't let negative thoughts and actions cause you not to rise up and succeed. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Power is within your hands. You can succeed and control your own destiny. Work hard, get a good education, get a good job, be a team player, and help others in the community you choose to live in. And above all, know that family is the best gift you never had to ask for. Enjoy your family. Improve it if it needs to be improved, and start anew if it needs to be a new family. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Lady J, and I'm with the queen of finance, Miss Pamela Small. Ladies and gentlemen, we are saluting Miss Pamela Small, and she is in finance. This is something that we all need to know about, that we all need to be aware of. She's active in community. She's in a sorority. She does it all. How are you today?
I'm well. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I had to have the best. So I want you to tell me all about your job.
Okay. Well, again, my name is Pamela Small, and I'm the finance director at Nash Edgecombe Wilson Community Action.
Did that used to be Need?
Yes,
Okay.
It was Need. But funny story, we were originally in Nash and Edgecombe County, and then we were in Wilson County also, but Wilson wasn't in our name. And Wilson said, hey, we want to be represented in the name just like Nash and Edgecombe. So we changed it to Nash Edgecombe Wilson Community Action, and our acronym is NEW.
New.
Instead
I
of
love
Need,
that.
we
That's
are
great.
New.
That's great. So what exactly do you do in your job? What is your job title?
Again, I am finance director, and I do it all. It looks great on paper, and I do have business cards, but I do everything from entering purchase requisitions to running around and making deposits. But in essence, I am responsible for the fiscal strength and the fiscal stability of our agency,
Oh, wow.
and over 100 employees.
Wow, that's dynamic.
Thank you.
Run me through an average day.
Oh, goodness. That's one of the things I love about this job, that there is no average day. But I have meetings off and on all day. I could be downstairs in our HUD department making sure that a new client that came in that just secured HUD financing, making sure that that client has payment so they can move in to the new house. It could be a woman with 3, 4, 5 children. And so that has to be right away. So I will do that in the morning, and then I'll be in meetings where we plan for the future. And then I have to come back and sign purchase requisitions. And that can be boring, but it's needed. And I have to make sure that every expense is properly coded, that it is in the right department, and that it is allowable and can be sustained. So we have 5 major departments, and we're expanding. So I can't say for the instance, that HUD person I just told you about, that expense cannot be in the Head Start budget, because Head Start will disallow it, because it was a HUD expense.
Okay.
And even though we have a lot of federal money, we also had state grant money, but the federal government is very funny. The HUD federal government people don't want their money touched by the Head Start federal government people. And they're all the federal government, but we have to keep those
Keep it
funds
separate.
separate. And when someone's giving you $8, $10, $15 million a year, you just say, yes ma'am.
Oh,
I'll keep them
yes.
separate.
I can imagine. That's quite a bit of responsibility for you.
It is, and I take it seriously. It's enjoyable, it's what I like to do, but I never want to lose sight of who I'm helping and what is my ultimate goal. And the ultimate goal is to make our clients, as much as we can, self-sustaining.
Oh, wonderful. They can do it all by themselves. Eventually. Eventually.
Yes.
Okay, so was this a field that you were interested in as a college student?
Oh no.
Or
Oh no.
okay.
No, I wanted to be a physical therapist.
Okay.
And I started school being a physical therapist. Then things changed, and I got a degree in homiletics, actually, which is the art of public speaking.
Okay, you knew I was going to ask
Yes.
you what was that.
It's homiletics. It's under the biblical research field, and it's the art of public speaking.
Oh, and you
Like,
do that so well.
Thank you. A
I love to
homily
hear
is
you
a
speak.
speech,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's the art of public speaking. But then, after I finished with my degree, I went to Washington, D.C., and I thought, I'm going to save the world. And I realized that they really didn't want to be saved nearly as much as I thought. So I was working for a temp agency, and you would come in, sit, and wait for a company to call and say, oh, our receptionist called out, send over a receptionist, and you go over there. Well, this one particular day, they had no job for me, but I really needed to work, and I went to her. She said, everybody can go home, try again tomorrow. I went to her and I said, please, I need to work today. I will do anything. And she said, I know. We need someone to answer the phone in the accounts receivable department and to stuff the envelopes with the bills, lick them, because
Oh, wow.
lick them and mail them out. And that's how I started in finance.
Wow.
And then the next day they told me to come back, and then the next day they told me to come back again, and eventually I was put on full-time, and then eventually I went to the payroll department, and then I rose to the position of assistant manager. Then I started taking classes, and I got my degree in business with a concentration in accounting, and I've been doing it ever since.
That's wonderful. So let me ask you, you didn't plan for this career, but you're in it now. You're very good at what you do. Do you have any inspirational words for our young women out there who are interested in math or finance? Or
Absolutely.
what should they do? What kind of guidance can you offer?
I know that you're in the education field, and you are amazing.
Oh,
But not
thank
every
you.
teacher is you. My math teachers never inspired me, and I don't think I ever, after 5th grade, I never got higher than a C in math.
Wow.
Never got higher than a C, and I really didn't like math. Not because I didn't like numbers, because I love numbers, but my mind works a little different than other people's, and you know how they always say, show your work? I could never show my work like they wanted me to. So I could always get the answer, but I didn't come to it like they wanted me to. And there are a lot of ways to get the answer. And they always thought either I was cheating or I was guessing, and I never got good grades.
But you know what that sounds like? I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Hidden Figures. It reminds me of a situation in there where the lady Jackson, I think that was her last name, but she came up with an answer, and they didn't understand how she got the answer, but she did it in another way that was comfortable for her, but she surpassed her teammates.
Absolutely. And the mind is an amazing thing. Not everybody goes like this. I go like this, and I get to the answer, and I still get to it differently at work. I still do. But I know how to do it. I know how to get the answer. And I have a feel for it, but I never did well in school.
So you have great analytical and critical thinking skills
Thank
and
you.
creativity, because that's what makes you different from the average. I mean, you don't follow the formula of everybody else, but you still arrive at the answer.
Yes, yes, and as long as you can get that answer, and I can explain to you how I got it, it's just not how you got it, the answer. So my suggestion to all of you young women and men out there is that if you love numbers, if you love math, don't give up. When you go to college, people are sometimes a little more open, and you just have to get to the answer, and and you'll find someone that will encourage you, and that's what I did. I found someone that encouraged me, and I graduated with honors.
Wonderful, but I'm not surprised. I love to hear you speak. I know that ties in with you know, what you wanted to major or you majored in. And I love to hear you speak because you're so articulate, and I think that's important as well. You know how to arrive at the right answer, but you know how to communicate. How important is it for people to know how to communicate effectively?
It is so important, and I'm always encouraging my daughter and I'm encouraging young people that it's wonderful to talk with your bro and to things like that, but when you get in the work environment, that has to stop. See, it's almost like you're bilingual sometimes. You can talk with your friends, but when you're in a work environment, you need to be professional. Okay? Not everyone knows the lingo. I don't know all the lingo. And they shouldn't have to. You have to speak professionally. And I know that these young people can. You just have to have someone that's going to encourage you and to tell you that there's a time and a place for everything. And when you're talking to your friends on the weekends or in the evenings, you talk differently than when you're at work. And I do. I don't necessarily always talk like this. I don't.
Oh, really? Tell me also as well, you're active in the community in your sorority. So tell me all about that.
Oh my goodness.
Such a well-rounded person.
Thank you. I am a proud member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And our chapter here in Wilson is Omicron Iota Zeta. And I am the treasurer, the Tamiist for our chapter, and I absolutely love it. I came to Zeta, and actually a funny thing is my daughter came to Zeta first. My daughter is a Zeta, and I would watch what she was doing, and she's wanted to be a Zeta since she was 7 years old. So I've always watched the Sigmas and the Zetas, and I just fell in love with how they did it. We did not have sororities in our school, so that wasn't available to me. And then when I got out of school, I was working, and then when I came down here, I was a mom, so I was really busy. But I was able to do it about 2 years ago. Yeah, it's been about 2 years, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I love giving back to the community. I love being a part of a larger whole. The camaraderie is amazing. I became a member about 4 months before my mom passed. And my sorority was my family. They supported me so much after losing my mom, and for that I will be forever grateful. But we do a lot of donations, we do a lot of community service. One of the things that I actually love doing, but it's hard work, is we do the highway cleanup. So we have a section of the highway on Ward Boulevard, and at 8 a.m. on a given Saturday, at least once every 4 to 6 weeks, we are out picking up trash. So it's not always glamorous, you know, and sometimes I think there's a verse that says the greatest of these will be the least of these, and sometimes you have to pick up trash.
Wow, that's okay. You're making the world a better place.
Absolutely, and there's no harm in it.
Okay, so you're so active in the community, in your job as a professional. What else? I know there's something else that you do.
There is, if you notice, little pet beds over here and doggy doors over there and cat doors over there. I foster with an organization that is based here in Wilson called the Maggie Society. And I foster dogs that need a home. And so on any given day or any given month, there'll be a knock on my door. Of course they'll call first, but there'll be a knock on my door and there's a scared, terrified dog that needs a home. So I will nurse that dog back to health. One of the main things I do, I'm not a great trainer of dogs, some of the other fosters do. My thing that I can do is to let that dog know that it's okay to love again.
Oh.
You know, he might have been abused, he might have been neglected, some of them are almost starved, some of them are very, very sick, and what I do is let them know that it's okay, and you can love again.
What a blessing.
So I foster dogs, and I foster cats with perfect hearts, P-U-R-R, perfect hearts. And And so you see one of my little kitties over there, and I love doing it. My dad always said, never complain about something unless you're willing to get in there and help.
And that makes tremendous sense.
Yeah. And so many people don't want to foster. They said, oh no, I can never foster because I can never give away, let the dog go to the other home. Well, the option is for that dog to be euthanized because nobody adopted it. And so I cry every time I have to hand a dog over. But I know that I've given that dog the best I have.
Yes.
And he's got another chance at life, or she's got another chance at life. And then eventually I get another one.
Oh
We
yeah,
start all
see,
over.
that's why it starts over, because you do such a great job with the ones that you have, that they
thank you.
keep coming.
Oh, they keep
You
coming.
can trust her. She is a great example of a wonderful woman during National Women's History Month, on the job, in her sorority, her extracurricular activities, caring for pets. We are grateful to Pam Small. Thank you for being on Lady J's Montage.
Thank you so much for having me. This is Sasha, my foster cat, and she is a snowshoe Siamese. She has 4 white paws, which is very rare for Siamese, and she's a polydactyl. Look, she's got thumbs. She's got 27 fingers, and she is absolutely wonderful.
Hey, Queen.
Hey, Queen.
Hey, Queen Sister.
Girl, you've done it again.
You are constantly raising the bar for all of us and doing so flawlessly.
You do know that you're that girl, right?
I hope that when you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror, you see how divine you are.
Know that so many people want what you got.
You have dreams to fulfill and promises to yourself that you must keep.
I know at times you feel underappreciated and misvalued. Trust me, we've all been there.
So it's necessary that you can count on yourself.
Now, don't go seeking perfection.
Extend yourself a little grace.
Don't be afraid to celebrate the little wins as much as the big ones.
You, Miss Thane, are courageous. You are dynamic. You are principled.
So baby girl, just remember, respect is a minimum.
There's a sweet justice in knowing that the path you are on was designed for you and you alone.
Doing right by yourself never goes out of style.
Everything about you is majestic and a force to be reckoned with.
Trust me, people are paying attention.
You're special and worthy of praise. Don't shy away from it.
And you don't have to get your groove back because guess what? You never lost it.
It's also important to rest.